Hi, Abraham. It's great to be here. First, I really want to express my gratitude to you and to Jerry and Esther. It just brought great joy into my life and in the lives of my friends, so really appreciate that.
We're all in this together, aren't we?
Yes, yes. So my question is a complicated one, I think, so hopefully you can help me be clearer about it. What I observe is that I help other people with relationships and have lots of questions about how to have successful relationships myself. And I get a little confused because I tend to be the type of person that's very curious, so I read a lot, and everyone has a different theory about it. And even when I've listened to Abraham over the years, and I've been listening to you for probably 10 years, I hear different things. And so...
For example?
Well, for example, recently there have been some great questions asked about the fact that if you just really focus on the positive aspects in a relationship, you can draw that out, and that you will really just interact with that aspect of the person. And yet, other times, people will say, well, I want to be very clear about what I want and choose the right person. For example, the woman was talking about the show dog, and you were interacting about, having the best show dog is easier than a not so great show dog. So I guess my question is, what really is the key to attracting the best partner for someone and for creating and sustaining a relationship? Is it about gender? Is it about compatibility? Is it about opposites attract?
Well, the basic thing that we always want to say about relationship is that no matter what the relationship is, the primary relationship that you're talking about, no matter what it is, it can evolve to something that is ultimately satisfying for you. But the thoughts that you have been thinking about it and the thoughts that you continue to think about it are what will tell that tale. Mm-hmm. In other words, sometimes we are visiting with someone who has a powerful desire for an improved relationship, and the desire has actually been born out of this rotten relationship that this person has been living. Mm-hmm. So they have launched rockets of desires that are vibrationally very, very far apart from what they've currently got, and so far apart from what they expect to ever get that it certainly is not the path of least resistance for them to stay there and try to squeeze it out of that.
Right. Yeah.
We are always interacting with the specific energy that we are addressing, and we are always taking into consideration the power of their desire and the vibrational patterns. Sometimes they hold many desires relative to this relationship. Sometimes it's just a casual relationship that really is on its way to something else. In other words, you could look at everything that way. Every experience that you live is just a stepping stone on the way to greater clarity and greater satisfaction.
Okay,
Yes.
That's really helpful. And I think, too, what I'm hearing you say, and let me just confirm that, is that it's, again, just always getting back to the essence of what you want and being clear about that and not letting outside influences direct how you're thinking about it.
Well, it would be nice if you could do that, but it is
would be
hard.
nice.
It's hard not to factor in outside circumstance. In other
Yes,
words,
it is.
how often do you see someone, they've got a fairly good relationship going, and then they talk to their sister?
Yes.
And their sister reminds them of things that they've forgotten and points out what's wrong with this relationship. And now suddenly the relationship has changed completely. It's no wonder none of your boyfriends ever want to go home with you.
You've been talking to my sister, apparently. I have 3 older sisters, so yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, okay, so then in helping other people with relationships too, it sounds like it's almost about, there are a lot of different theories, and ultimately it's about unconditional love and seeing the positive and bringing that out. But, there's all this stuff about, like gender differences or, I'm trying to think of them now. I've read so many, I can't even think of them. But how you ideally can bring out the best in someone sort of communication techniques and all that stuff.
Here's the thing that we most want you to hear. You see, if you were following what we've been talking about here, and you had really made a decision, nothing is more important than that you feel good. Mm-hmm. And you were willing to choose whatever thoughts do feel good, you would discover that you could clean most of this confusion up very readily. In other words, think about some of the things you've said to us here. So you say, I don't know what the real solid theory is behind relationships. And, oh, what a can of worms that open. In other words, that's like saying, I don't have a prayer of making the right decision or of teaching anybody how to make the right decision about relationships. Where, feel how much different this thought feels. We are all co-creating. And law of attraction is bringing to us those that we are vibrationally ready for. And with each interaction, we get clearer and clearer about what we are looking for. Now, we're going to give you right here the basis of confusion that is at the heart of what you're feeling. In other words, this is what's bothering you, and it's what bothers almost everybody about relationships. You're really going to like this. And it ties in with everything that we've talked about here already today, about the power of the now and about past, present, and future. So here you are in your powerful now, offering a vibration that, granted, you learn to offer along your physical trail. So whatever you're offering, you're offering. And it doesn't really matter how you learn to offer it or what relationships caused you to offer it. Here you are offering a vibration about relationships. And law of attraction is matching you up with people that match that vibration. So now, if you could say, all right, I'm flexible. I'm willing to accept that I'm attracting what I've been offering. So here you are, the perfect mirror to what I've been offering.
Okay,
I take complete responsibility for you and how you are in my experience. I have, in essence, created you. Mm-hmm. And these 25 things I adore about you, I'll write them down and keep them on the tip of my tongue. And these 157 things... And these other things, not so much. I don't like these so much. So I won't write them down, and I'll try not to think so much about them. I'm going to amplify in my vibration the things about you that I adore. And I'm going to de-emphasize the things in my vibration about you that I don't. And then I'm going to watch this magical game. I'm going to see what begins to happen. And as you continue to become more and more the essence of my dream, I'm going to pat myself on the back and appreciate you all the more, and here we go. Now, that's a wonderful way to create. This is the thing that so often goes wrong. You say, here I am, and I am all that I am now, and I want to create into my experience all that I will ever want, even though right now I don't even have a clue what all of those things will be. So universe, bring me everything that I would ever want, even though I'm not even ready for it vibrationally. Exactly. So if the universe brings you something that the universe knows you want, that you're not vibrationally ready for, off they go. In other words, it doesn't matter who they are. If you're not vibrationally ready for your own dream relationship, then it'll bounce right off of you. And then you come away from something like that, assuming that you've done something inappropriate or that they have.
Right.
Where if instead you will say, relationships are the best example, real life example of law of attraction in action. And I'm getting back all that I've vibrated, and I've done pretty good about coming to this basis that I am starting from, and I like what's coming to me, and I'm going to emphasize the parts that I really do like, and then just be flexible about it. Stop trying to make decisions today about what you will live forever, evermore. Mm-hmm. If we were standing in your physical shoes, our marriage vows would go exactly like this. I like you pretty good. Let's see how it goes.
That's great. I like it. That's great.
Instead, what you say is, I hope that you will be able to live up to all of the impossible things that I have written down that you need to be. And I will hold you hostage every day of your life because my happiness depends on your being able to second guess everything that I will ever want. Sign here.
Great. Thank you so much. That's excellent.